Okay, I'm back out for another one. It's been a little while. I know if anyone has looked on my channel, they said that they saw that I said I'd be posting some tent assembly videos and maybe a saltwater fishing trip. I did go out and do some saltwater fishing in Newport. Didn't have any luck. Wasn't worth video or showing on the channel because no one wants to see you sitting there with a fishing pole sitting out and not catching anything. So would have been a pretty boring video. And as far as the tent thing, I'm still planning on doing that. But for the last week and a half, I've been out at Apple service technician training for a week and a half, and because of that, I was up in Boston for that, and I just wanted to get back out here in my element and come and take a hike instead. This is my first free time since that training. I mean, it was fun. It was a good time. I learned a lot, but I just got bit by a horsefly too. Ugh. But yeah, I need to get back out here. I was gonna go down to the campsite in my yard and show a couple of the tents assembling, but maybe next time. This time I'll just do some fishing. I'm going, right here is the Great Meadow pond, and I'm walking down right over there. And when I get down to that little nameless pond that I showed you with the cement grate for the drainage, I'll be fishing there for bass. So we'll see what I can come up with. But oh, and this also on the way out here, the dirt berm right there. That was where the painted turtles in my other video were laying their eggs, so I wanted to see what it looks like down there. If any of them have been dug up, or if they hatched or anything. We see the little ones around here. I think it takes longer, a couple months or something. I'm not really positive when the last video was, but we'll see. This is actually a really nice part of the Great Meadow Pond here. You can see all the lily pads out there, right out in front of me here. I actually have those in my yard. They're not elephant ears, but they're close to them. They got the same shaped leaves on them. I don't know if you can see that down there, right here. The pond I have in my backyard's got those. They got the cool purple flowers on the top of them. Same thing, lily pads over here. Growing out. This is one place, and even right out past the lily pads, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but there's all grass, water grass growing out in there. So unless you have weedless lures, you're not catching anything out here. You're gonna get hung up every time. I'm hoping the other pond doesn't look like that. If it does, I'll be bait fishing. So I mean, you can see straight across, all lily pads going right across this whole thing. It's actually a really shallow one too. I don't know if you can see those little guys down there. They're sort of a neon green color at the end of the grass here. Those are actually damselflies. Fish like to eat them, but they're really, really cool looking. You can see that one that just flew off. There's actually a bunch of them out here on the end of the stick right there. Yep, there they go. They're zooming off all over the place. Pretty cool looking insects though. Right out in here, you can see in the shallows over there, sandy spots. There's one there, there's a fish in that one. Actually, there's one in each of them. I'm almost wondering if those are little spawning holes, but they usually do that. Clear out a little area with the tails. Well, it looks like the majority of the nests out here, the turtle nests, have been disturbed. I did find this egg was dug up out of the ground. This is what the turtle eggs look like, and this one's got to be infertile. It was moved all around and poked, but you can see they actually have soft shells compared to a bird egg, which are a lot harder. These ones have some give to them. But usually things like foxes and small minks, maybe that kind of stuff, they'll come out here and sniff around and dig them up. Here's another nest right there. You can see all those were dug up. Actually, up to this point where I got from back there, I mean right along the edge here, there's a ton of them that are all dug up. It's too bad. I wonder what the percentage is actually of ones that survive to the ones that get eaten. I mean, there must be way more that get eaten. Even down here, you can see, right down here, all eggshells, and you can see they kind of fold up on themselves like that as they get cracked open, so they don't stay rigid like a bird egg. Right now it's the very end of June and coming up on July. One thing about this time of year out here is it's kind of dry and the horseflies are everywhere. You have to have some thick skin to put up with them. One thing I noticed though over the years is, unlike mosquitoes that come to you because of the CO2 coming out in your breath, that's how they find you. Horseflies actually find you based on movement. So as you're walking down the trail, they see that movement, they come around and they want to siphon you. And I had probably 8 or 9 of them just around me right now, swarming all around, buzzing around my head, and as soon as I stopped moving and sat here for a second, they all went away. Now, let's see if they come back when I start walking again. If you can see, yeah, I can hear them again. But let's see if we catch any of them on camera here. They are buzzing in front of me. See, it's just funny how they do that. Killed that one. Huh. Good deal. But that's one way when they're really getting bad and they're bugging the crap out of you. Just stop moving. Swat the ones off you, obviously, that are getting ready to bite you. But the rest of them should go away after. I just saw a frog go off into the ferns right here. So I want to see if I can find it maybe. Look like a leopard frog or something. They're usually pretty quick, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to come across it, but I'll see. Okay, I'm back out in the sunlight a little bit, and the horseflies are back. I just wanted to show you this little guy. So you can see that right there. It's a baby toad. Was just sitting right here on the ground. There it goes. And there's actually that one there, if you can see that little guy. Right across the path here. And on the way out here I have seen probably about 3 leopard frogs jumping into the ferns from the path. I haven't been able to get any. I came close to getting one of them, but I would have let it go anywhere after I showed it on the camera. And another thing I forgot to mention, I think one of these videos coming up that I'm going to post is going to be one on some of the edible plants that I come across. Just take them. I'll be collecting them all and bring them back to my place and just show them one by one. Maybe if I can find the ones that are poisonous next to them, I'll dig those up also and show the differences between the two. But again, that's just for entertainment purposes. Don't go out and dig this stuff up and start eating it, because you're wrong, you're dead. So you don't need to be doing that. I'm back here at the pond up the way from the Great Meadow pond. And this one, I don't know if you can tell there, but this whole area in front of me, there's no lily pads out there this time. There was actually a few more lily pads the last time I was out here. So this is great for me using the lures I want to use. I should have no trouble getting hung up on anything. And as I get stuff, I'll show you. Well, I got a little one here. I got to be careful. Right behind this camera here, there's hornets living inside the drainage culvert here. But again, little Castmaster, favorite lure, and got the treble hook on it. And there it is. So this little pond is loaded with them. Personally, I like getting the bigger ones, but Even the little ones put up a good fight. Well, there you go. I ended up getting one. A little largemouth bass. I'm gonna let this guy go, but had it been somewhat bigger, I would have hung on to it. But they're all over this pond. So here it is. I'll just toss it out there and let it go. There's plenty more where that came from. Well, there's number 2. I gotta work on this one a little bit. The hook's pretty far down in there. I actually had a few more bites than this earlier. It's just that they got off the hook as they were coming in. So let me go get my pliers out of my bag. That's it for fishing. I'm actually on the walk back. Got myself all packed up and ready to go with the day pack. But I mean, I had those couple, so I mean, it was a good time getting out here and getting the fresh air. Big change from where I was the last week or so. And, I'm surprised there's not more people out here. You can see how open everything is. There's not one person. I pulled out here. I mean, it's a Saturday. I expected, I mean, it is hot, granted, but it doesn't seem hot enough where people wouldn't want to go out and enjoy the park or the state forest here. But I guess that's not the case. So I got the place all to myself.